So another quick question. And I just gotta ask these. So am I as a black man a victim because of my race?
I do not believe so. However, you know what? I do believe that there is white privilege in America. I do believe that. Everybody's heard driving while black. If the police see me, an old white guy, driving down the street, they are not going to stop me. They just aren't, okay, unless I do something stupid. Okay. The same cannot be said for black people, maybe for Hispanic people, maybe for Pakistani people or something. I believe there is white privilege. I don't think enough people recognize. However, I think in time that is changing, that is improving, and the reason for that, let's face it, is we're all mixed together now.
So
We're all
you don't
together
think with
now.
the election of
Interracial marriages are
so
happening.
so wait, you don't think with the election of a black president for 2 terms that's changed substantially?
I think
Or,
it
or, or
helped.
is that just from your view? Because as a black man, I don't feel that way. You know,
You don't think
I
it has improved?
no. I know it's improved.
Okay.
I know it's improved. And I've been a part of the culture in a whole lot of ways. You know, some things that I'm certainly not proud of. You know, even in some different production industries, music industry, and things like that. Um, I don't see the white privilege. The best way to find out what black people think and if it's validity to it, look at the way that they live their lives, right? Look at the way that they carry themselves, and then you'd make a calculation on the experiences after that. Let me give you an example. If there's some guy, you know, like guys that I know and some I know have known personally in the past, that's sitting around on the couch complaining about life, playing his PlayStation, blowing all his money at the club every week, immersed in the culture, you know, and all kind of other depraved things, it's easy to blame your life. I cut grass
Yes.
for a living, and I always tell people this. When we moved to I've been self-employed since 2003. I got a bachelor's in information technology from Tennessee State. Graduated 2001. So I worked retail sales for a couple of years selling furniture, you know, just grinding like every other person.
Mm.
And you know, me and my wife, you know, we moved up here. You know, I explained that to you before. With daughter with special needs, and her care was up here on this end of town. So I still have been self-employed. There have been some ups and downs or what have you, but nothing's never been turned off. Always been able to eat. So when we moved to Snellville, you know, we bought this house, and again, we saw the potential in it, and people that have passed by this house have seen it change, like so much over time. That's how I got into this business that I'm in, you know, mowing the lawn. So
Yeah.
fixed up the property. Guy stopped by, asked me if I could help him do some on weekends. You know, we split. I started my company, and as a result, I've been able to help 2 other guys, one Hispanic guy and another black guy. They left their day jobs. So when I hear that, knowing I grew up in a single parent, everything that would say, you know, this guy probably is going to end up in jail in the projects in Birmingham, Alabama. And I just got to, you know, that's one thing, you know, as a black man that lives in black skin and have walked around in this body, and I observe everything. And I'm not saying there's racist black folk, there's racist white folk, there's racist whoever, you know, if you want to go down that.
Right.
But if I can buy a house, start a brand new business, do extremely well, and help 2 other guys got a stay-at-home wife or what have you, I just don't see that. And there's a video I think you should go and watch. The Gwinnett NAACP had a meeting. Penny Poole, you know, and Therese Johnson was there. So I guess Penny didn't expect the guest that she invited to really be outspoken on what he think. So Therese kind of went into, and everybody that's watching this stream, you can go look at it. So by 2 minutes into her talking, I'm looking at this guy sitting on the right side of Penny Pool. Teresa's on the other side. I'm looking at his body language. And I'm saying, this guy don't agree with a word she's saying. And so eventually he kind of said something because she made a statement. You know, she was talking about her old equity spill and all this other kind of stuff. You know, she didn't say this verbatim, but the word on the street is, you know, black people are marginalized and, you know, black people are trans, they're this, and this dude shaking his head, and he kind of checked her right there on the spot. You know, people are not, you know, the guys I talk to, and it's just random guys on the street. People will see them pretty soon. But that's just not the case. You know, from what I'm seeing as a black man, that's just white privilege. Where can't I go? What can't I do? I can do whatever I want to do. You know, and that's just from me to you. I can do whatever I want to do. You know, I make my own schedule. I work 4 days a week, 1 week. I work 3 days a week, another week. I'm doing what I want to do. And if I want to go back to school and do something else, I can do that too. There are
wanting me to argue with you because I'm glad to hear all of that.
Hey,
That's
I'm telling you. So you can put that. You can make a tombstone in your backyard and put white privilege on it because it don't exist in 2023. That's why I'm doing this. I've been persecuted for what I'm doing. I've been arguing with guys. I got a friend out in California. If he see this video, he'll know I'm telling the truth. Right. This guy makes a ton of money, Kirk. And I'm trying to convince him. He has 30 people working up under him at a nuclear power plant. Black man. And he on the phone telling me what he can't do. I mean, this guy makes twice as much money as I do.
So he feels like there is white privilege?
He feels like it's white privilege. And I'm saying, I'm about to say his name. I'm saying where? I said, look, this is the freedom that you have. You can go to the Secretary of State just like I did, pay $100, probably $200 in California because of inflation, and put your resignation, put your 2 weeks in and start your own business, do your own thing, get your 800 credit score like I got, and make your investments, save your money, and stop blowing so much money. That's all he got to do.
Well, that's
his choice.
That's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that.
So let's put that to rest. You got a comment or you want to go to the next question?
Well, I'm glad to hear that from you. I have heard from other people different things, and that's okay. It's working out for you. Keep going.
Right. And I'm willing, not really for a debate. Examine the person that you're talking to. See how they spend their money, where they go, the things they do, the things that they say. Do a full assessment of that. When they say, oh, it's white privilege. See what kind of car they buying and driving. See what they're really about. See what their life investment is. You know, because quite a few people I know, you know, broke nowadays is you got the latest shoes and the iPhone. That's broke now. When we was broke growing up, and when I grew up, it was burnt bologna sandwiches cooked in a skillet that curl. You put the little split in the side with cheese on it for dinner. That was broke. That ain't where we at right now. And you know, you could tell a lot about a person by what they say, how they spend their money, and how they spend their time. If they put them they put them three things together, Kirk, I'm telling you, I'm a living witness. They can do whatever they want to do. There are no excuses. None. Okay. I met my father at 12 years old. And I'm getting emotional now. 12 years old. I was able, because of the principles that my coaches taught me, and people that hopefully, if you're the right guy, that'll be in position to make that difference in a kid's life. Tell him the right thing to do. Tell him when he's wrong. tell its parents when they're off course. Challenge your colleagues, because that is what it's going to take. This is personal for me.